Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been about 15 months since I last posted. The last time I posted was about March 2025, and lots of stuff has happened thus far. Made a lot of money, lost a lot of money, and I've learned a shit ton of just knowledge, wisdom in general I've acquired, and I have significantly moved my previous ceiling of possibility to now. I honestly think I'm actually delusional, because what I think I can achieve now, to 99% of people, it is completely delusional, and that is fair. I'm self-aware, that's fair enough. But however, the slight likelihood of it happening excites me and makes me wake up every single day. So I'm excited to share this with you. So the past couple of months, I've been dealing with a lot of personal stuff, specifically in 2025, which is why I stopped. I had moved away from my apartment down to my dad's apartment and stayed with my dad for a little bit. And I was traveling all over the country for a project I had with Cisco. And as you guys know, I used to be a contractor, now transitioning to an actual business owner. So essentially, we had a contract. When I say we, I and a couple other people, I led the team. We had a contract with Cisco where we managed pretty much a lot of their data center operations and build outs for clients like Meta, Google, and other companies. I also did something like that as well for Sienna. So I work with both Cisco and Sienna as a subcontractor through a prime contractor who is like the main contractor who gets the contract, and they sub some of them to subcontractors like myself. We're semi-business owners, you could call it. Solopreneurs or owner operators is essentially what we are as subcontractors. So I did that for a little bit, was going back and forth, Arizona, Milpitas, San Jose, Oklahoma. We did it for quite a bit, quite honestly, up until December. Took some break, and I eventually decided to put out applications to some companies and see what is out there in the market. I eventually put out a bunch of applications, and I got called by a manufacturing firm based out of Mansfield, Texas. Now, I'm not going to tell you exactly what they do, but like I said, manufacturing firm, and they were looking for senior IT leadership to get them to the next level of scale. They're scaling really, really fast. This is a legacy platform that's been around for about half a century. At this point, 46, 47 years, so just under half a century, and they're looking to scale, to the next level by, I would say, 25 to 30% over the next 3 to 5 years from what they're doing. So I essentially got that. The goal with that is to essentially ride that out for a little bit as I slowly transition into business. This is something I am quite honest with them. My goal there is to help them build the back-end systems and infrastructure, put all the mechanisms in place. That way, when it's time for me to transition, it is completely turnkey. I can also train whoever is going to be taking my role away from me as my successor. So this is the goal. But that's just to catch up on what I've been doing. However, in the background, we're currently building our MVP. So I have laid out the foundation of businesses we're going to be working on. We have an ecosystem of brands. We have 3. We have Scorv, we have Seats, and we have BizDev. Now, Seats, I am building to eventually exit within year 5 of officially launching that business, right? So that is not necessarily within the ecosystem. Right now it is, because the same team is essentially working on all of them. But down the road, it is technically not going to be within the ecosystem. And when I say ecosystem, I mean ecosystem of brands that are going to be legacy platforms. We're not planning on exiting any one of them. Scorv is going to be more for mid-market businesses, a legacy platform. BizDev is going to be more as a growth accelerator advisory firm for startup founders. 3 is a dual-facing brand, where on one end it is a media attractor brand, but on the other end it is also a brand for solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, and owner operators, similar to what I was doing. So I fully understand, the services I'm going to be offering with 3. So just to give you guys a quick summary of the kind of like the triangle of brands within the ecosystem. So Scorv is at the very top of the food chain. This is our mid-market firm, and we're specializing in supply chain management, optimization, and AI transformation for industrial and infrastructure businesses. At the core of what we're doing at Scorv, we're going to be a data company, and we're going to be doing a lot of IT and OT optimization with a lot of data from our proprietary technology we are calling SCNE, Supply Chain Neural Engine. And this is really our unique mechanism to help our clients scale. We're targeting mid-market businesses doing 30 to 100 million. We can help them scale to $300 million within 3 to 5 years of applying our systems within their business. And for BizDev, it is pretty much the same thing, but a step down to startup founders. So these are more entry businesses and actual businesses, not entrepreneurs or solopreneurs. We'll get to that in a little bit. So BizDev is for actual entry businesses, startup businesses that's been around, say 2 to 5 years, still in the early stages. Mid-market businesses for Scorv, those have been around for 10 plus years. They're doing 30 to 100 million dollars in ARR, annual recurring revenue. For BizDev, it's going to be more within the range of $3 million to $6 million in ARR, and we can also help those businesses scale to $30 million within 3 to 5 years of implementing our systems and platforms within their business. And for 3, like I said earlier, this is going to be more focused specifically to solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, owner operators, one person LLCs, freelancers, whatever you want to call it. You got to be doing at least $300,000 to $600,000. It shows you understand what you're doing. You've been around for at least 3 years, and you know how to actually do what you claim to do, which is why you're making $300,000 to $600,000, which is $25,000 to $50,000 a month. So that gives us enough bandwidth to know, okay, you actually know and understand what you're doing, and we can actually help you. So specifically for 3, we're helping these individuals scale, not necessarily to build it into an actual business, whatever venture they're embarking on. We're going to help them scale to where they make more than enough money to balance their foundry, their foundational skills, fulfillment, to do what they actually really enjoy doing, and fortune in as far as they make more than enough money for themselves, their family, their loved ones. Again, they're not looking to scale into like big businesses. They just want to do $3 to $5 million a year, and live a really, really good life, and we can help them get to that point. So going back to it, for 3, we also help the same people, but this time, like I said, solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, owner operators, and one person LLCs. We help them scale from $300,000 to $600,000 to $3 million in ARR within 3 to 5 years of implementing our platform and our systems within their little venture they have going on. In all of them, we serve the same clients, so industrial and infrastructure businesses. These are businesses in industrial manufacturing, supply chain management, logistics, transportation, distribution, infrastructure, construction, real estate, and all that good stuff, water treatment and all that good stuff. So we help these people really scale their businesses. So 3 is really for the solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, and owner operators. Those are the people we help specifically with 3 to get them from $300,000 to $600,000 in annual recurring revenue to up to $3 million in annual recurring revenue within 3 to 5 years of implementing our systems and platform within their business. For BizDev, we do the same thing, but for startup founders, actual entry-level business owners. They have teams, they have their LLC, they have payroll, HR, and they want to scale the business. Let's say they're doing anywhere from $3 million to $6 million in ARR. We're going to help them scale to $30 million, which is prime for PE exit, private equity exit. And if they do want to scale even further from that, that's totally fine. We can help them with Scorv. So this is essentially an ascension ladder. At any point you are in the game, we can help you. Again, single solopreneur, you don't want to formalize it into a actual business. You just want to keep riding it for as long as possible with yourself and maybe one or two contractors overseas, or maybe one or two helpers, but majority of what you're doing is yourself in terms of delivery and fulfillment and a lot of AI tools. That's for 3. For BizDev, early stage startup founders, been around for about 5 years, and they have product market fit. They're generating actual revenue, like I said, $3 million to $6 million a year, and we can help them get to $30 million within 3 to 5 years of utilizing and implementing our platforms and our systems within the business. And Scorv, which is our top of the food chain, top of the pyramid. This is for mid-market, infrastructure, and industrial businesses. We help them with supply chain optimizations and AI transformation. Just think of it as digital transformation. We give them all the necessary blueprints, all the roadmaps needed to take their business from what they're doing. We optimize it. We find places we can increase profitability and spread it across operations and help them get that money back, also internally, but also externally as well within their supply chain management. So this is what we do within the ecosystems of brands. Seats, on another level, essentially serves high net worth homeowners. These are people curious and really opinionated about privacy and security. So essentially what we do at Seeds is essentially a privacy and security technology transformation and integration technology solutions firm. We help homeowners integrate their home technology into a centralized hub where they can maintain, manage, and predict the longevity of their home technology. We essentially give them the peace of mind to know that their technology serves them the right way locally without their information being taken, and with their highest security in mind. So that is what we do with Seeds. For those of you who are wondering why I'm stuttering, I don't have any script. I am literally just talking, brain dumping from my brain directly to my recorder. So this we go, you only live once, so this is it. So this is what we do within the ecosystems of brands. One more time, I'm just going to reiterate it. We have 3. We have BizDev and we have Scorv. Those are the 3 main. Scorv is being propagated to become one of the biggest private technology solutions firm in the industry, and this is going to be a legacy platform. BizDev is more, like I said, for a growth accelerator advisory. This is more mentorship, to put it simple and short, with our platform, our systems, and help them grow. And 3 is for more solopreneurs and entrepreneurs, people who hop on trends, they take advantage of opportunities, but they don't necessarily want to build a business and have a whole team. They just want to maximize their own skill sets to get the highest amount of dollar they can get doing what they love doing. So this is what 3 is for. So let me know if you fit in any of these categories. We can see how we can help you, but that's the reason I've been gone. I've been essentially making money, generating income, and using it to fund the platforms we're building and the systems, the processes at startup and scale up, and for entry in all levels. Honestly, we have been building the past couple of months, and when I say we, I have maintained my team since 2024. I have my boy Pat with me. He's been here. My other boy Kishan has been helping me out as well on the back end. On the Overs side, Overs, for those who don't know, is essentially the production studio behind 3 and behind all the brands. 3 also acts as a media brand channel for BizDev, 3 itself, and Scorv. So it's a lot of complicated, big brain situations going on right now, which was why I had to take my time. But now I have everything done well and properly. I can now focus on building the product and ensuring we're actually building a product that actually works, that does what I say we say it is going to do, and actually fulfills to the clients. It's not only about making claims, you actually have to deliver upon the product in order to actually keep clients. Because you can get clients, make a quick buck, and eventually your name's gonna get tarnished and no one's ever gonna trust you in the industry. So now over the next, I would say 12 months, we're gonna be focusing specifically on product. Once our product is fully at a place where we feel like it's ready, especially because it's supply chain, management, especially with our neural engine. It has to do with a lot of data, a lot of machine learning. So we're essentially working on the data side of things and building that out comprehensively. And in the 12th month, we're going to go to markets around this time, 2027, around July 2027. Over that 6-month period, July 2027 to December 2027, based on the market feedback, we're going to adjust accordingly, transitioning into 2028. So this is where I have been. This is what we're doing right now, and this is where we're going. So this is essentially, I just regurgitated everything we've done over the past couple of months. This is why I left, but now I am fully and truly back. The aim is to publish one video content every single week here on YouTube, on my 3 channel, and on my Varge channel, where this is going. Obviously, you guys are going to see me weekly as well. I'm going to take care of this one. My team is going to take care of the 3 podcast channel. But other than that, I am really, truly grateful for you guys sticking around. I'm excited to share my growth over the coming 12 months, coming 18 months, coming 24 months, see where the product gets to, see how our business grows, and fully transition over from, contractor to a full business owner. Thank you guys. Signing out.